Hello everyone, Dahlia Decker here, aka the Weirdo over there. So today I'm going to be taking a look at this site that has been growing in popularity a bit in recent years called Askfm. I don't know what the FM stands for, so if you do know, just leave a comment below. I would appreciate that. So, over the past couple of weeks, I've been seeing a few things about this, just people mentioning it, and I finally decided to look it up, see what it is. The actual page, the site itself, when you go to it, it's not the clearest of what exactly the site is. It says that it's a Q&A platform combined with a social media platform. It's only when you actually start using it yourself that you really actually understand what it really is and how it works. But I only started this account, let's see, my wall. Yeah, I started it about 30 minutes ago. I've only answered a few questions so far, just some questions that popped up. So, my account here is the same one as my YouTube. You can look up Dahlia Decker or the Weirdo over there. I'm not entirely sure how this site works, but I believe you can actually look up people and specifically ask them questions. So if you're interested in doing that, you can feel free to do that. When I first signed up, I was thinking it would be kind of like Quora a bit, but looking at it more, it is not like that at all, really. It really is social media plus question answer. One thing I don't like so much is that when you answer a question, you can't see who asked the question. And I guess if somebody asks you the question specifically, you probably can. And you also can't see other people's answers. So you don't know if anybody else is reading your answer or if they're getting the kind of answer that they wanted to have. You can't respond to anybody else's answers. It really is kind of one sided. And just looking at the page itself, you can see that it kind of looks like a Twitter post almost. Although the answers I've given so far are pretty short, so I don't know if there's a character limit. The questions I've answered, what does true friendship mean to you? What color socks are you wearing right now? PAP. I'm not sure what that stands for in this instance. How many people outside your family know your Wi-Fi password? And do you believe in horoscopes? So those are the questions I've answered so far. Um, you can also change your background color. I think the default is a sort of dark gray. I changed it to blue. On my account or profile, you can change your little photo thing. So I made it the same as my YouTube, and the background is the same as my banner on YouTube. Um, and then you can see the latest questions you answered. And you can link all of your social media, like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. There's a page for that. I just linked my YouTube right here, and then I put the same thing that I have on my YouTube. Uh, you can put your interests here. I just put some basic stuff. I wasn't really sure what to really put there because I don't know what that determines. If that just causes questions related to those areas to be sent to me, or if people searching within those topics then can look through other people who have those interests and specifically ask those people. I'm not entirely sure how this works. This is the wallet. I think you get a bit of currency for answering questions, and I don't know what this currency is really used for. I don't really care. I'm more so just interested in answering people's questions. Um, oh, that's interesting. Says one followers. Is that myself? Four posts. Those are just the questions I've asked. Uh, and then you get notifications about new questions. That's how I got this question. You can also have it set up where questions are sent to your email. Oh, whoops. Again, the profile is just where you fill out stuff about you. You can also change your account settings. Uh, your mood, I think that's a premium setting. You have to pay for that. Background picture, etc. So it really does just look like social media. Like honestly, when I first looked at this, I was like, this looks like a Tumblr page, and it honestly does. Um, right, you can also ask random questions. This one, asking a question does have a character limit. I don't remember what it is though. I haven't asked any questions though. This, I haven't really looked at this versus. It's taking its time to load. But yeah, if you have an Ask FM and you just want to ask me a random question, it can be anything from what's your favorite color to who do you think is going to win World War III or something like that. You can ask. I don't guarantee that I'm going to answer or even acknowledge your question, but at the very least, you can ask. And I don't know, I might make another video featuring some of the questions I get. Um, I figure this using Ask Us FM could be a cool way to just do a sort of question answer thing and interact with viewers more, as opposed to doing, as opposed to having to rely on comments in the YouTube comments section. I know a lot of people would prefer to actually have a social media platform or something like that where they can just send a question that way or not have it associated with their YouTube account or where they just don't want to do it through YouTube or something like that. Uh, okay. So I guess this is a would you rather kind of thing. So this is just a poll thing. 13 Reasons Why or Riverdale. I haven't seen either. The description for 13 Reasons Why does not interest me at all. And I remembered a huge scandal about it. Not really a scandal, but just a lot of controversy about how they dealt with the issue of suicide and whatnot. And a lot of people say season 2 sucked anyway. Riverdale, I've read the synopsis for it so many times. I never remember it though because I think there's another show that has a very similar synopsis. So I always get those two shows confused, but I do know Riverdale, or at least I think it is. It's science fiction. So that already kind of makes me like it a bit more. But wow, this is really close. 51% to 49%. Cookies or brownies? I do really like brownies, but often it's hard to come across a really good brownie. People make it hard and dry, uh, plain. Sometimes it just doesn't have much flavor to it. Cookies, you can have a lot of variety with cookies, but overall, if I had to choose one, I'd go with the brownies. 62%. Do I need more practice on my makeup? What? This is a yes or no question. I don't I guess I'm supposed to choose a picture, but choosing the picture that doesn't answer the question at all. So I'm just gonna skip that. Batman versus Superman. Batman. I'm a Batman girl. Superman sucks. Superman doesn't suck. He's just overpowered and cliche. Uh, which is better? Well, I don't know what you're going for. Are you which is better in terms of what? Are you trying to go out to a party? Are you like just trying to hang out with friends? Like, what's the theme you're going for? Uh, well, I don't think you can really compare these two all that much because one's being worn, the other one is just a regular image. So dresses can really look different depending on who's wearing it and how it's being worn. But I'll go with this one because this one just looks really crinkly. But again, that could just be because no one's wearing it. I'll go with these. I don't like the color. It reminds me of like uh some sort of bug. I'm not sure what kind of bug, but it reminds me of a bug. Uh, but I'm going to go with this one since it's consistent. I don't really like red, polka dot, red, red. I'd prefer it all be the same thing. Okay, so you can see that this is just a would you rather kind of thing, a what do you prefer type of thing. Hmm. I don't really, actually, let me go back. It refreshes it when you go back. Okay, I'll just pick something here. I was wondering if, because it does tell you the number of votes, I was wondering if you can actually see who voted. Oh, wait, voted by. Okay, so this way you actually can see who voted what. Hmm. So this is probably the only way you can actually see people's answers, as far as I'm aware. If there is a way to see other people's answers on regular questions, please let me know. I'd like to explore that feature a bit more. But as far as I know, this is the only way to actually see what other people picked. And I guess you can just click on somebody's name and go to their profile and see what questions they've answered. This person answered, what kind of person want to play with a dangerous spider? I don't know, but I won't be. Crying face emoji times five. So yeah, very social media based. And then the Discover tab, I guess this is just where you can browse through and look at people's answers. Okay, so this is one way you can see people's specific answers. Yeah, very social media based. I'm not a big fan of social media. Like I said before, when I started Ask FM like 40 minutes ago, I thought it would be more on the Q&A side and less on the social media side. But this is basically Twitter plus Instagram with some Q&A added in. So I'm probably mainly going to use this site just for the Q&A feature, just to answer some questions if I'm bored, and also if you guys watching this right now have any questions you want to ask me. Again, you can ask me anything. I just don't guarantee I'll answer it, especially if it's inappropriate, but you can still ask. And I might pick out some questions to answer in a video, especially if I get a lot of the same questions. So, with that, I guess I'll wrap it up. If you guys also have used this site and you have some features you know about that I didn't mention or that I was confused about, just leave a comment. Or I guess you could even, I don't know if there's a way you can just message people on AskFM, but if you know how to do that, you can do that. And just tell me, hey, you can do this, or hey, you asked if you can do this, and you can actually do it. And then I might address that in a future video, or I might just comment back saying, oh, thanks. So, with that, thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time, but until then, keep being you and peak niebju.